Everyone, back here with another pod review. Tonight, I'm actually excited about this one. I have tried um, a piece of a dried version of this, but I've never tried a fresh one. I have a peach Bhut Jolokia. I got the seeds from Ahi Joe, and from what I hear, a lot of people say this is like one of their favorite hybrids. Um, so I'm pretty stoked about this one. It's been tough to gauge whether or not these things are ripe. They are pretty like they're almost like whitish, um, very very light skin, light colored until they ripen, and then they just change like a shade. So I actually had to break one open, stick my tongue in to see if they were hot, and then check the seeds to see if they were mature, to tell if it was actually ripe or not. So when I did, I was able to identify the slight variance in the color. Just for reference, this is a peach Jolokia, and so here's the peach Bhut Jolokia. So I mean, about the same. This one's about the same size. I have a few other boots that are a little bit longer, maybe about 4 inches or so. I sent those away. Um, Wrinkly, boot shaped, and boot like. This is more Jolokia shaped, kind of like my yellow. But same thing with this one. It's tough to tell. I haven't picked any. This is the first one I picked. I just pulled this off to kind of show you for color, or to show you for comparison wise. I'm not even 100% sure if this one's ripe or not. Anyways, I have a bunch of them hanging off my plant. I got those from Ahi Joe as well. Yeah. So the peach boot and the peach Jolokia, both from Joe. So, anyways, let me break this thing open. Wow. It's got a very uh, good smell to it, I would say. A little bit more fruity, chinance, boot-like. Here's the insides. This one's got a lot of placenta. This one's got a decent amount of placenta. I got to pull some seeds out of this thing. It's kind of that's how I was able to gauge whether or not this thing was ripe or not. As you can tell by the seed, if the seeds are underdeveloped, then it's not ripe. Sometimes you have to do that when you don't know what color a pod's going to finally get to. Um, that's the way to do it. Ooh, seed on the ground. Let's see if the dogs eat everything. So let's see if they chomp on that thing. And I'll teach them not to grab everything on the ground. And again, I'll throw this out there. I've said it before a couple times, but there are the seeds. The seeds are not the heat. A lot of people new to the peppers, kind of they're like pull the seeds out. Well, the seeds just due to their proximity of the placenta and they rub up against the oils, there's some heat transfer on that one. They're actually extremely bitter and they get stuck in your teeth, and there's nothing like getting a freaking seed stuck in your teeth. So that's why I pull them out. It ruins the taste of the pod, ruins the consistency, and it also gets stuck in my freaking teeth, and I want to shoot myself when that happens. Let's I've delayed this long enough. Let's give it a taste. Oh, one more seed. Pretty hot off the bat. Not too crazy. Very fruity. Your timer's going off, babe. Thin, like the most of the boots out there. That's fine. It's kind of building. I got interesting because it's been a while since I've had a fresh boot. Pretty hot on the tongue. Let me swallow. Yeah, mostly concentrating on the tongue, the side of the mouth where I was chewing it on. That's crazy. I usually chew my pods on my right side. This is the one I chewed on the left, and it was kind of starting to light up a little bit. Almost like affecting the side of the face almost. Pretty hot. Very hot, actually. It's got a really good taste. Like I said, almost fruity-like. More fruity than some of the sevens. And this one is really attacking the side of the tongue. A little bit on the back of the mouth. Starting to tear up just a bit. Pretty hot, very hot. Not as not as bad on the tongue as the Primo from last night or two nights ago, but definitely warm on the tongue. Got the hiccups. Kind of attacking the salivary glands. About 2 minutes in. A little bit more subdued than some of the others. Not as hot as any other Bhuts I've had. Does not taste like a peach, if you were asking or wondering. Really attacking that side of the mouth, the side of the tongue. Trying to compare it to some of the other ones I've had recently. Not as hot as any of those. Pretty similar to the Bhut Jolokia. I'd say somewhere on that scale. Pretty freaking hot. A very good flavor. Pleasurable. Very good. I'm wondering if this is more of a natural variance, like the chocolate is, or if it was a cross for something. Because I know that like this is the cross between a Bhut Jolokia and a peach habanero. But peach habanero, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of wondering whether or not, or how that the original peach Jolokia came about. Has peaked already. About 4 or 5 minutes in. Coming down. A little bit tingling in the fingers, nothing crazy. But it really affected that one side of the face. My left eye is watering. Less on my mouth is a little bit warm. We'll see how if it affects my stomach at all or hits it. Just an excuse for a nice big bowl of ice cream. About 5:30 in. We're back down pretty low. God, you got no idea what my kitchen smells like right now. My wife's making pumpkin cupcakes. God. And you wonder why, like, my son's 5 months old and I'm still trying to fit in my pre-pregnancy clothes and she's good. She's getting me fat and I'm staying fat. It's kind of hitting the top of the stomach now. Nothing crazy or outrageous. I'll slam another beer or something in a second, see how that hits it. But the peach Bhut Jolokia has got a great flavor. The plant grows kind of like my other Bhuts, bushy. It's kind of more of a pain in the tail than my others, in the fact that you don't really know when it's turning. It's got a good flavor. I think it's got a better flavor dried. Some of the dried bits of pod that I had that were in the bag that Joe sent me had a little bit better flavor. It would make a great powder, but you kind of got to grow it out to get it to the powder phase. Pretty hot, but not as hot as any of the 7s that I've had recently. And definitely not as hot as like the brown or the chocolate Bhut or the red Bhut. So, anyways, in order to keep this thing in a reasonable upload time, I'm gonna cut this thing off. So, I appreciate you guys watching. If any questions or comments, please leave them. And thanks for taking the time out.